nobody's gonna listen to this. It's a story about my girlfriend cheating on me or whatever. Like,
Right.
people don't give a fuck about that. So,
lo and behold,
right, the one song I didn't like that.
It always goes that way.
That's always the story,
and
right?
You're being vulnerable too.
Yeah.
You're in the right place. It's Unpacked That with Miabelle. And we're back with another episode of Unpacked That with Miabelle. And right now, the Rainman is sitting next to me. Where is Lou? He's right here in my seat.
Come on, right here.
How you feeling, Lou?
I feel amazing. New York been treating me well, so we vibing.
The project is out. You're really excited.
For sure.
You are up here acting crazy in New York.
For sure.
Getting the work done, not getting no sleep because you're enjoying yourself so much.
I mean, you got to balance it out, you know what I'm saying? Turn up a little bit, work a little bit.
Right.
Sacrifice some sleep. You know how it go.
Man, did you ever think that this is where you'd be as far as music goes and really pursuing your career?
Yeah, for sure. You know, when you first start doing it, you back home, you imagine yourself on the biggest stages and stuff. I mean, we still got a long way to go, but I know I'm for sure on the right path just by the people I'm surrounded by every day.
Yeah. Now, coming up, who kind of gave you the confidence to go forth with music for real? And say that, you got something in you, or was it you who just knew all along, I don't care what you say. I know I'm hot, and I'm going to keep going. Because that's the energy I get from you.
Yeah. Oh, God. I mean, I give credit to everybody around me for sure for being an influence in my life, but I always had the confidence inside of me.
What's your sign?
I'm a Cancer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you?
I'm a Virgo.
Oh, okay.
Do you have any gripes with Virgos?
I got love for everybody, you know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Everybody got they flaws and they pros, so, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, I always had the confidence to think I could do anything.
And did anyone solidify that with you? Well, for you within your music career?
I would say the moment my first song went viral was the moment I was like, okay, other people think that this is hard too. I always believed it, but I grew up on Kanye West. You know how Kanye is. So I took on that mentality early on. But yeah, once the first song went viral and I was reading the comments, it's like 12,000 comments. Everybody saying this is the hardest song I ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that type of stuff is what really makes me feel like, okay, other people get it too.
Right. And what about your family? What was it like growing up in your household and, really honing in on your skills and realizing that this was something that you want to do? What was your surroundings like?
So I grew up in a 2-parent household, thank God.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that matters. And you know what? Even still, a lot of people assume that 2-parent households come with no trauma.
Yeah.
And I beg to differ, but anyway.
No, I feel you for sure.
Because you're now dealing with two people who got their own situation, and that could also be a situation to add to someone's trauma. But not saying that's your personal story, but a lot of people always get that messed up. So anyway, 2-family household.
No, I feel that for sure. Yeah, I grew up with I had 2 siblings. I was like the half sibling. They got a different dad. But one thing I will say is, regardless of like our environment, our physical environment, my parents always did their best to like create a solid foundation for us.
Right.
My mom, I remember like cooking Christmas dinner in the dark. Like, she'll do anything to make us happy and
you didn't even feel like it was a thing because it was love, right?
It was normal for us. So like when you get older, you finally realize how grateful you should be for those type of experiences. So I grew up in a very loving family, thank God.
That kind of allows you to really go into your creative lane and not, feel bad about it.
Yeah, for sure. That's the thing. Like growing up, like pursuing music, my family wasn't the most like supportive in terms of like wanting me to do it.
Right.
It was a lot of go back to school or go work here, do this and that. But what I will say is whatever decision I did make, they're like, all right, we'll support it. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. Now, what would you have went to school for? Or what did you go to school for?
I was going to school just for business, like, the typical, I was good in school though, to be honest.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was good in school for sure. I had like, A's and B's or whatever, but it just wasn't for me. I feel like it was too easy. And I don't like stuff like that. Like I like a challenge. And obviously music, how rare it is for someone to become successful in this, is something I was like, all right, this is what I'm going to do.
Of course. And then what about recording? What was your process like? Did you initially go into the studio? Did you have a little setup at home? Were you recording on your phone? Like what was the vibe for you?
Yeah,
when you first started?
When I first started, I had to my closet was the booth.
Really?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so I used to make beats too. So I would make the beat at the computer. I would export it out, go record in the booth.
Oh yeah, you were really a Kanye fan for real.
For sure. That's where I got it from, for sure. Yep. So I like to get my hands in every aspect of the creation process. And to this day, actually, I moved to LA in November. We got an apartment in downtown, but I still record at home. Like I don't go to the studio or nothing. Yeah.
Really?
I just like being alone. Like for me, writing is such a personal, vulnerable experience. I can't do that around other people.
Right.
I got to do that at home. So yeah.
And what do you have to have around you in that space when you do get into it? Or do you feel like when you go home, you go specifically to write? Where you're like, yo, I need to get this off my chest right now.
Yeah, for sure. It's really random. Like I don't have specific times or days where I go to record. It's just whenever I feel the inspiration. So I people ask me like, what's my creative process? My process really is just living life. So I like to hang out with people. I like to go out. I like to travel, go places. And then whatever I gain from those experiences, then whenever I feel inspired, then I'll write. Because I'm not going to write unless I'm completely inspired to. So thank God my booth is right in the closet. So I'll wake up in the morning, make some breakfast, whatever. And I just go straight there and I could create.
Go off. Yeah, that's dope. Now, how did the situation with Mass Appeal happen?
So in 2022, I had a song called waY that went viral. And after that, we were taking meetings with...
Did you anticipate waY to go viral the way that it did?
Can I cuss on here?
Of course, you can say whatever.
Yeah, hell no, I did not expect that at all. I'm not gonna lie. When I made that song, my director was doing like a giveaway for a video. He was like, whoever could create the dopest song, I'm gonna do a free video for it. So I was like, what haven't I done yet? I haven't told my story. Like a lot of the stuff before that was like trying to please fan bases and whatever. So I was like, I'm gonna just tell my story on this song. So I recorded it. I uploaded it to like streaming services or whatever. And I was like, bro, nobody's gonna listen to this. It's a story about my girlfriend cheating on me or whatever. Like, people don't give a fuck about that. So,
lo and behold,
the one song I didn't like that.
It always goes that way.
That's always the story,
and you're being vulnerable too.
Yeah, exactly.
And probably saying shit that you never thought that you would end up saying on a track.
Oh God, like embarrassing stuff.
Right.
So it's like I posted the video on TikTok. I just went to my car. I was like, all right, I'm gonna just. This is a story about my girlfriend cheating on me, and perform the song on camera, and I uploaded it.
And a real story at that.
Yeah, exactly. Jesus. Right.
Oh my God, yeah.
So I just uploaded it, and 30 minutes later, 100,000 views. I go to sleep. Next day, 1 million views. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
what did your ex? Are you guys still together?
Nah.
What did she say?
I haven't even talked to her. I'm not gonna hold you.
Since the joint?
Yeah, nah.
Not even after it came out?
And the comments were funny because the comments were like, yo, I know she see this right now. She probably like mad and all type of shit. So.
And you guys never spoke after that? Never. You don't know what she thinks about the joint?
Cut it off.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
She did you bad.
I got the Edward Scissorhands, you know what I'm saying?
I'm the same way.
You feel me?
Wow.
You got to protect your energy.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that went up. And that was the first time I was like, okay, this is for real. Like, people really follow me.
Right.
So, yeah.
And Mass Appeal. So they caught on to waY
Oh, yeah. I just went on a whole ass tangent.
That's okay. So, I'm here to bring it in.
You feel me? So I'm saying that to say that the A&R at Mass Appeal, Exit, Mark Goodchild, he found me not from that song, because we were having like a whole bunch of meetings and stuff with labels. A couple months went by. He found me on Spotify from a whole different song. That wasn't even my biggest song.
Right.
Just like some random stuff. So he heard that song. He loved it so much. He just hit me up on Instagram, and my manager, and he just wanted to meet. And we sat down with him, and it was the only meeting where I felt like this is really genuine. These people really like my music. They like my personality, all of that. I went to the office. First thing I noticed is everyone there looks like me. They young.
Yep.
They in the culture. They get it.
Right.
So that's when I really felt comfortable with them. And that's why I signed to Mass Appeal.
Of course. Now, that's a big deal.
Sure.
And you mentioned, too, when you are in your creative zone, it's because you have to go through some life, of course. Now, what were you going through when you created Rainman?
Rainman. You know what's crazy is...
and where'd you get the title?
well, my brand is really just about like dark clouds and dark weather. That's just always been my thing. That's when I like to create the most.
Yeah.
When it's raining outside, that's my inspiration. So people, I'm just synonymous with that. Really, people know me for that. Rainman is it's inspired by many different eras of my life. So like, there's a song in there called "Rain in Phoenix," which I wrote probably 3 years ago when I first moved to LA.
Right.
And I was just living on EDD, and it didn't work out, so I had to move back home. So it's just about the struggle of that.
What was that feel like for you, moving back after?
That was very defeating for sure. It felt like kind of like my dreams wasn't gonna come true. I come back home and then people are asking me like, "Yo, are you disappointed? Yeah, right. What happened?" It's embarrassing because your whole family and friends and everybody back home, they see you move away.
Did you feel like you had to make, like, before it all happened, you're like, damn, what I'm gonna say when people start asking me? Did you start coming up with shit like, I'm gonna have to say this and
yeah, for sure,
because you didn't want to get on the whole, yeah,
exactly. Like, it's embarrassing. You got to think of stuff you want to, like, how you want to explain it and all
right.
That. Yeah, so
I thought that was just me because I stay in my head about shit like that.
I'm the same way, so I already know the vibes. Yeah, so yeah, that was a very hard time for me. But I also took on a mentality of like, this is a marathon. It's not. You don't go from here to here. It's like a whole bunch of just, it's chaos. So
yeah,
that's the mentality I took with it.
So that's one era that you brought into Rainman. What else?
So,
cause you talking spicy on there too. Like when I say spicy, I mean real confident and real. I know my space in this place, and you either with it or you not.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that lends itself to like the confidence that I carry since I was little. Like growing up on Kanye West, like I said. You don't have to tell me that I'm great for me to know I'm great. You don't have to, you know what I'm saying? I don't have to be I don't got to be rich to know that I'm rich. I don't got to be in certain rooms to know that I deserve to be there.
Right.
So I've always felt like that. So confidence to me is the key to all of this.
Right.
So I feel like you got to look in the mirror and see the person that you want to be already to even get to that point.
Yeah.
So that's why I talk. People a lot of my fans think of me as like cocky or arrogant, but in a good way.
Yeah.
Like that's one of the things that they're inspired by. So that's the message I want to put out to really my fans, is to believe in yourself and think of yourself as the superstar that you are.
Right.
Before you even get there.
Of course, because who else are you doing it for, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's my mentality on it. I would say like another era of this EP is like the song called Faith.
I love Faith, by the way.
Thank you.
Who is that talking on the end?
That's Shaq.
I knew it was Shaq. And I looked in the credits to see if his name was going to be on there, and it wasn't. And I was like, but it sounds like him. Maybe it's his dad.
No, fact. Yeah, Shaq. He heard way back when the song that went viral. And he hit me on Instagram. He was just giving me a bunch of life advice and just talking to me.
Wait, did he? He didn't say it was Shaq on it, did he? Because me screaming like that just now?
No, he didn't say it.
Okay, good. I was about to say, please.
I'm dead.
But anyway.
Yeah, no, he didn't say it. But
yeah, so he was showing you love on Instagram.
Yeah, he was showing me love on Instagram. And then I was sitting on that voice note for a long time. And I was like, I got to use this for something.
Yeah.
So I threw it on there and I sent it to him. He was like, yo, that's fire. Like, send it to me when it's finished.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was a dope moment. But yeah, Faith is really a song about signed in November to Mass Appeal. That's when I moved to LA.
Right.
And one thing you notice when you move to LA is the chaos of it. Like there's a lot of negative influences maybe that you might come across.
Yeah.
Women, drugs, parties.
A lot of it.
For sure.
Are you involved?
I'm not.
Okay.
But I've
to a certain degree maybe. No,
yeah. I mean, exactly. Like
right.
I found myself in situations that I shouldn't have been in. And a lot of times you look in the mirror after and you're like, yo, like I feel empty after this, or this is not who I really am, So yeah, that song was really about navigating this transition from back home where I'm just with my family at home all day, and then now I'm outside and there's this big world opened up for me.
Right.
And I gotta find a way to be elusive and make it through all this crazy stuff and still be who I am.
Of course. Now, about the project too, you have the way that you have the titles and all of that. The last letter of every word capitalized. Why do you do that? Do you text like that? I hope you don't text like that. If you
I text in all caps.
You text in all caps?
No. That was crazy.
That might be worse.
Yeah, oh God.
So is there a reason why you do that?
Nah, it's just a part of the brand.
It's a part of it.
Just to distinguish the titles from other people's stuff.
Right. Yeah. And it definitely does that because it made me ask. Yeah, facts. You know?
That's something I want to stick to. Yeah, nah.
For sure.
But it is no like deep meaning to it or nothing.
Yeah. And what about the production on the project too? Because I feel like you're giving us different styles and showing us some range too with how universal that you could be, especially in the future. Mm-hmm. So who produced on the project?
So that's really our goal, like with this EP at least. Mm-hmm. The album is going to be much more like a storyline
and refined in a way.
Yeah, but the EP was more, let's show people the versatility of what we do artistically.
Is it Figure It Out? Is that?
Figured Out, yeah.
Figured Out, yeah. Like that, you giving me a little boppy energy on it. But even what you're talking about, you know, it's different from what the production is giving, which I love though.
Facts. Mm-hmm. That's the thing I want, regardless of the song or the genre or style, I always want to stay on brand, right? Lyrically. So I feel like that's a consistent theme, you know, struggle, motivation, inspiration. That's kind of like the tone of everything I do. Yeah. So yeah, my producers, Zach, Coast, and Garza, they kind of do everything for me. But yeah, I really wanted to show range. So like the first song, super hard rap. I'm gonna show you I'm lyrical. I could make a slap. Right. Second song, introspective. You know, deep. I'm gonna tell you my story. Third song, slap again, catchy chorus, something I can perform at festivals. Fourth song, bench press, super vulnerable, sad even. Yeah. Girly vibes, you know what I'm saying?
Thank you for it.
Yeah, dance club stuff, you know. Fifth song, deep, about life, telling you my story again, something relatable. Yeah. And then last song, I'm just rapping my ass off.
Yeah, and that's my favorite, Can You Swim?
You like that one?
I do.
I appreciate you.
I like that one a lot. And even the title of it, asking, you know, can you swim? Because a lot of times people got a lot to say. You throw them in some water, can't even help themselves.
Oh, God.
Right?
Facts.
And it's like, you worried about the wrong thing.
Facts. I just saw a tweet yesterday. They were saying, like, oh, you could twerk, but you can't swim. Get your priorities straight.
Right. Because when that bridge break, what we doing?
Oh, God. Facts. So, yeah.
It made me want to learn how to swim. I'm not going to hold you.
Yeah, facts. I'm not going to lie. I just learned how to swim like 5 years ago, so I shouldn't be talking crazy, but...
Right. But of course you are. Yeah. It's a part of it.
Facts. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that song started off as, like, the CEO of my label, he heard a freestyle I did on Instagram with those lyrics. And he texted me. He was like, yo, that has to be a song on the EP. Like, he loved it so much. So I was like, all right, I'm going to throw it on there. But at the time, I didn't have enough, like, girly bops. So I threw that first half on it with the beat switch. And it just turned out perfect. So, yeah, that's actually one of my favorite songs on there, too.
Yeah, I love it. Now, what's your favorite part of this journey that, you know, you are rising in now? Because it's really only the beginning.
For sure.
Scratching the surface. So what's the best part of it all? What makes you smile the most? Are you enjoying every aspect of it now?
It's stressful for real because I understand like the how high this mountain is and how far I have to go. So it's stressful. I wake up every day just thinking about what I have to do mentally and in my physical world, like the work I have to put in. But what I will say is I don't really appreciate, and this might be human nature, I don't appreciate the moment until it's past. So I look back at the worst moments of my life, and I think that was my favorite time. Right. Because those are the moments that really built who I am. And I look back to like before, when I moved to LA and I had to move back home. At the time, that was the worst thing ever. I couldn't even explain how in a dark place I was. But looking back, it's like, yo, that really created the person I am.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't trade those moments for anything.
Yeah.
So the whole journey, I know one day I'm going to be at the top. And right now I look at that as like, oh, that's going to be my favorite time. But I know once I get there, I'm going to look back and be like, the journey of all of this. These moments right here, right now. You know, like this is the most beautiful aspect of the whole process.
Of course. And then what advice would you give to those who want to be on the same trajectory and kind of, you know, are looking at you as the blueprint for what they want to do?
I would say, honestly, any advice I have is simply to not give up. I know that sounds so cliche, but it's like there's going to be so many reasons to give up, so many reasons to quit. every day you're gonna be faced with moments where you're gonna doubt yourself.
Right.
You could go back to school, you can go work, you can go do this, whatever, you can sleep in, whatever the case may be. More than anything, you just gotta take a step every single day. Keep going, no matter what. That's the most important lesson I could give anybody in life.
Mm-hmm. And with something that, would you say, like within the career, within the space that you're in now, what would you say has been the biggest barrier that you had to wake up to be like, damn, I got to keep going after this? It's tough.
My own mind, my own mentality, you have to refine the way you think every step of the way because there's new obstacles. So what you was thinking a year ago, that will hold you back at this point. So you got to find new ways. You got to be open to changing your mind on stuff, to learning new ways. You can't let your ego get in the way. It's so many mental barriers that you're going to face, and you just have to keep learning to evolve and grow as a person. Your mind is going to be your biggest adversary, but it could also be your biggest tool. So, you know what I'm saying?
What are you doing to keep your mind right?
I meditate in the morning.
Are you in therapy?
I'm not.
You're not?
Nah.
Not yet. Let's say that.
Yeah, not yet, for sure. Are you?
I am.
Oh, beautiful.
And I'm a huge advocate for therapy, too, because I really feel like it's something that allows people to see themselves in a clearer way. Mm-hmm. And it allows you to understand why you do certain things or why you feel, certain ways about other actions and just how you interact with others. It's a good look in the mirror, I think. And it'll be a point in time where you may feel like you need it when you're not really understanding yourself. So it's a journey that everyone has to kind of approach at their own time.
For sure.
I'm happy that I'm there. But the same way that you just said that you use meditation and you already know, the first thing, you already know your mind is like your biggest adversary, like you said, or it could be your biggest fan, your biggest champion,
sure.
So as long as you know that, you know who's in control.
Yeah, facts. Mm-hmm. I should go talk to somebody, though, honestly, because I know even therapists got therapists, so.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And, this life thing is not easy.
It's not.
We losing people. Yeah. We got to wake up and keep going from that. We have to, eat. We got to figure out things to do to work.
It's a lot.
Yeah, be creative, too. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people, I think, in this space, they think that it's all fun and games, but no. It's not.
It's not, for sure.
It's not.
It's a lot.
Yeah, who knows what's going on in your personal life, and then you got to come sit here and be cool about your project.
Yeah, facts. Right? You got to smile, you got to crack jokes and all that, but really you going through it, so.
Yeah.
I know how you feel, for sure.
Yeah, so I'm happy that you're here, and I'm happy that this is the path that you chose, because it shows in the music that it's definitely not going to fail you. Rainman.
I appreciate you.
Perfect introduction.
You like it?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Can you swim? Because I'm finna learn after this.
Oh, yeah, come on. We got to get you some classes, for real. Mm-hmm. We're going to get you right for the summer.
Thank you.
For sure.
Where is Lou? He's sitting right here on Unpacked That with Miabelle. Thank you.
Appreciate you.
You're in the right place. It's Unpacked That with Miabelle.